In this video, I want to show you how to correctly trade support and resistance. Support and resistance are key levels you must master when trading, but 99% of traders still get it wrong. Why is support and resistance so important? Because if you can find key level correctly, it can give you high winning rate trade opportunity. If you want to get more trading tips and weekly forex analysis, like this video and subscribe to our channel. Let's get started. So long we have our current market price at this level is my resistance level, this level are my resistance level, this level are my support level, these are my support level. Then a support can turn towards resistance. Your support levels can also turn towards resistance levels. Let me show you the example with an illustration, the diagram. So once we have a price move, if you have a support, you have a resistance, then we also have a resistance at this level. So once we have this support, resistance, this resistance automatically changes towards support. So long we have it this way, automatically this resistance will turn to support. So long price close above this level, so long we have price close above this level, automatically we now have our resistance turn to support. Then we now have our new resistance at this level. So we now have our new resistance at this level. Then we now have these levels remains our what? Support. So these levels are our support level. So these areas are our support level. Then in another scenario, once we have price, let me give under diagram illustration. So once we have price, the opposite side, which is once we have a resistance, support, resistance, automatically this our support will turn to resistance once price close below it. So long price close below this level, so long price close below this level, we now have our support turning into resistance. Then once we now have support at this level, we now have our resistance still remain at this area. Now have here resistance, you also have here what? Resistance. So long we have resistance, support, resistance, support. Once price close below this level, this automatically this support will turn towards resistance level. So let me show you the example on the chart. So on my chart now, so long price close at this level, we have this area as our resistance. Then we have this area as our support. Because this is the current market price now. Price closed at this level, these areas are all support. These areas are all resistance level. Then we now have our support. All these levels are all support level. We have these areas as support level. So we have all these areas our resistance level. These levels are all resistance because price see close below these areas. Then so price see close below this area. Then if price can see that price stay above these levels are all our support level. We have our support level at these areas. Then above our resistance level, below our support level. So how do our resistance turns towards support? Previously we have a resistance at this level. So long price close above this high, this automatically this level will turn to support. So this level will turn to support. So Same thing, if price close above this high, automatically this resistance will turn towards support. Then same scenario, go to this level. You can see that previously we have a support at this level. So long price close below this support, automatically support turn towards resistance. Then we also have a resistance. We also have a support at this level, resistance at this level, support at this level. So long price close below it, automatically this support turn towards resistance level. So we can see that we still have support at this level. As price close below this support, we now have this support as what? Resistance level. We have here resistance now. So long we have this level as resistance. Once price close above it, we now have this level as what? Support. So this is how you identify your support and your resistance. So let's talk about support and resistance zone. So how you identify your support and resistance zone? We identify our support and resistance zone when price. Okay, this is our support and resistance zone. You draw your support and resistance zone with the wick of the candle. You have this wick high and the close of candle. This is how you draw your support. So this is how you draw your resistance zone. To draw your support zone, you also pick the wick, which is this level. You pick your wick, the open and close of candlestick, and the low as our support zone. So we have this as our support zone, while we have this as our resistance zone. So this is how you draw your zone. So the next thing, the higher time frame support are more powerful than the lower time frame resistance. Our higher time frame support and resistance are more powerful. So if you want to become more profitable as a trader, always learn to draw mostly your weekly resistance and support level. Always make sure you draw your weekly resistance and support level. Okay, let's draw it now. If you draw your weekly and support level on the chart, this is our resistance level on the weekly chart. So this is our support level. This is our support level. Let's take this for example. This is our support level on the weekly chart. So this level is our support level on the weekly chart. So long we have these areas as our support level on the weekly chart, these are they are all support zone on the weekly chart. So long we have this support zone on the weekly chart, if we go to our daily chart, if we are to buy, we are buying from those weekly level, because the higher time frame weekly support and resistance are more powerful than the lower time frame support and resistance. So it's advisable for you to buy from higher time frame support and sell from higher time frame resistance. And always look for sell from retest of support and resistance. You don't just trade all support and resistance. You look out for key support and resistance to trade. Okay, let me just give you an example of support and resistance to trade on our chart. Let's go back to the higher time frame. So support and resistance to trade that will change your trading career. Here previously we have these levels as our resistance level. So long we have these areas as our resistance level, and price close above is turned towards support. Price came back later towards resistance. So it becomes a strong level now. So all you have to do is to mark that level down. Once you mark it, you go to your daily chart. On your daily chart, look out for selling opportunity on that area. So let's go back to our weekly chart. For you to also trade support level accurately, look out for support that turn towards resistance. We have a support at this level. This level was a support level. You can see that price closed below, it turned towards resistance. Then price went above it back, it turned towards support. So you can see that price later came inside and closed inside. So long price closed on it back, we can look for a buying opportunity from this level to the top. So these are the key support level to trade. You don't just trade all support and resistance level. Always look out for support, key support level to trade. Don't just trade all support level. If you find this video helpful, like this video and subscribe to our channel. See you in my next video.